So, good day guys, this is KenFX and welcome you back to my channel. By the way, compliment of the season and happy new year to you all guys. So this is one of those years, understand, you focus on the things that really matters, which is why I'm making this video, to give you guideline to focus on the things, that matters, you understand. So my previous video I talked about I did my research and I'm still doing my research, understand, to see beyond the obvious reasons stated out there. That's why 1% of traders don't get to make it and the other 99% are funding the 1%. You understand? And during the course of my research, I find out that our attitude is the block, or should I say the fence, the barrier between who we are and who we want to be. Understand? Between who we are right now and who we are supposed to be or who we want to be. You understand? Our attitude is the barrier, you understand, in trading and outside of trading. Now, you ask yourself, what does my attitude have to do with me analyzing the chart, placing buy or sell? That's why I'm here. You understand? First of all, everything I'm going to say is applicable to life outside trading. You understand? But I'm going to make it revolve around trading because that's my field. You understand? So, what is attitude in trading? Attitude in trading refers to a crucial psychological mindset, belief, and emotional control that detects a trader's action, determining success or failure. Let me read that again. Attitude in trading. This refers to a crucial psychological mindset, belief, emotional control that detects a trader's action, determining success or failure. So, in other words, attitude is just that one thing that will determine if you are going to be successful or not in trading. You understand? But then, that's the dictionary definition of attitude. So, what is an attitude? To my best of understanding, attitude is basically how you feel. Attitude is how I feel or how you feel. That is an attitude. You understand? And now, there is a lot of different ways to feel, right? But first of all, we are affected by what we know, and secondly, how we feel about what we know. You understand? We are affected by what we know, and secondly, how we feel about that which we know. You understand? So, like I said, there are a lot of different ways to feel. Now, since my field is trading, let's relate it to trading. Okay, let's say, for instance, you'll be like, since I'm not making money off this now, or since I'm constantly losing money off this, you understand, instead of just waking up in the morning and analyzing the chart, to be like, yeah, I'll do it when I can. You understand? Or maybe later on I'll just do this thing. Or even if you get to do it that morning time or when you're supposed to do it, you won't give it that much attention that is needed. You'll be like, this thing self, they favor me. You understand? Let me just do. Mark, I don't may not be like, say I no do. You understand? Or be like, I don't even have the chance now. Let me just do it sharp and we'll do other thing. Maybe play football, do any other thing, to keep yourself busy. But then that is your own choice of attitude. You understand? That is a choice of attitude. We call that choice of attitude. And this same type of attitude, if you keep it for the next 5, 6, 7, 8 to 10 years, it's going to greatly affect your fortune in the future. I don't know if I'm making sense. This particular type of attitude, if you keep it for the next 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years, is going to greatly affect your fortune and your future. Understand? Reason being that we all can't escape the accumulated effect of our selection of attitude, which means the character or the attitude you exhibited, which is you procrastinating or not giving attention to the chart or to the things you're supposed to do. You understand? The accumulated effect of that particular character, because I believe it's not going to happen just once. We'll keep repeating that. You understand? So the accumulated effect of those days is going to greatly affect your future. You can't escape it. You understand? So one of the major things to check is how you feel. How I feel. Am I on track or off track with my attitude? You understand? Ask yourself, am I on track or off track with my attitude? And if no, now you ask yourself, how do I engage in the kind of philosophical thinking to refine my attitude to give me a chance for a future fortune rather than what will be missing in the future? That means you're beginning to work on your attitude. And trust me, it's not easy. It's not that easy to to get your attitude fixed. That's why you need to ask yourself this question: how do I engage in the kind of philosophical thinking that will refine my attitude to give me a chance for a future fortune rather than what will be missing in the future? And there's another type of attitude. Yeah. No matter what it takes, I'll keep showing up every day. You understand? Day, afternoon, night, you understand, to invest in my own future. No matter what it takes, you understand, no matter how the charts looks, I'll keep showing up every day to invest in my own future. And we call that another choice of attitude. Now, why would this person have this type of attitude and the other person have the other type of attitude? We call that mysteries of the mind. Because I don't know. You understand? I don't know. So it's mysteries of the mind. Everybody have to choose for themselves by education, by some level of degrees or by anything that runs in them, either to discipline themselves to the right attitude or to do the opposite. Everybody have to choose for themselves. I can't choose for you, you can choose for me. That is why we are humans. You understand? Because we humans have been given the dignity of choice. You understand? All life on earth extends to 8 marks except for human, because we human have been given the dignity of choice. A tree will grow as high as it possibly can. You understand? So those other plants. You've never heard a tree growing half of its size by choice. That have never happened and that will never happen. You understand? The only way a tree may grow half of its size is by maybe there's an external force that have acted upon it, like that have disrupted its growth. But a tree cannot choose either to grow short or to grow tall. You understand? So likewise other things except human. And why? Because we women have been given the dignity of choice. Choose whether to do or not to do. To do a little bit or to do more. To do small, to do big, or just to do if we want to at all. You understand? We women have been given that dignity of choice, and that's what separates us from the plants and the animals. You understand? So with this in mind, I would like to inform you that a big portion of our life is being affected by how we feel. Now, list of the feelings that can affect our lives in trading and outside of trading. Number one is how you feel about the past. How you feel about the past. It's easy to carry the past as a burden instead of as a school. It's easy to let the past overwhelm you instead of letting it instruct you. How you feel about the past losses, the past blown account, the past money you wasted, the past time you tried, you didn't work. Those past days you don't even know, like those days you don't even know if you're going to survive that day. You understand? The accumulation of those days is going to greatly affect your future. How you feel about those days? You understand? I will advise you to treat the past as a skill. Treat the past as a teacher. Let the past teach you, let it instruct you, but don't let it control you. Don't let it overwhelm you. You understand? Make it a teacher. You understand? let it teach you, let it instruct. Now, the next one on my list is how you feel about your future. How we feel about our future. And so this is the major part, you understand, the major thing that affects our lives, how we feel about our future. Now, our life is being affected by two major things. One is price, the other is promise, and they work hand in hand. Price and promise. Now, what is price? Price based off, secondary school and then primary school definition. They say price is a value attached to a goods or your services. Price is what? A value attached to a goods or any service. But for the contents of this, studies and teaching, let me define price for you. Price is that which you are willing to sacrifice to get what you want. Or price is that which you are to sacrifice to get what you want. It might be in terms of money, in terms of services, in terms of goods, in terms of anything, provided you did something to get that which you want. That is price. And what is promise? Promise is basically what you stand to get if you pay the price. Simple. Promise is what you stand to get if you pay the price. That is promise. You understand? And it's not easy to pay the price if you can't see the promise. I think that is where all of us are having problems these days, trying to pay the price because we can't see the promise. You understand? For all of us who don't mind, paying the price, if you can see a clear view of the future of tomorrow, next week, next month, next upper month, you understand, next year, if you can get a clear view of it. And that brings me to the fact these days, all our big mentors, the likes of their Jeffrey Benson, Happy FS, Kojo, Dapo, and so many, or you see them, posting accounts floating in millions of dollars. Some of them posting their luxury houses, luxury car, and all those things. To a mere man out there, they will think, hey, these people are just flaunting their, their wealth or stuff like that. But let me educate you on that. In the sense, like, they might be flaunting their wealth, but actually what they are doing is what they are helping us see the promise in order for us to pay the price. Because just think of it for a moment. If all those things are not being put out there, how do you know that there is a light at the end of the tunnel? How do you know? How will you know? You'll be like a baby lost in the darkness. So they are actually helping us to see the promise for us to pay the price by posting all those things I see online there. Because when you see those things, it gives you hope. You understand? You feel that hope, like, yes, this place that I'm going, there's road, there's light at the end of the tunnel. This is what I stand to get if I pay the price. You understand? So there's light at the end of the tunnel. You understand? So all of us wouldn't mind paying the price if you can get a clear view. You understand? If you have a high assurance, you get with great probability of how it's going to work out. You think we will hesitate to pay the price? The answer is no. We won't. But everybody hesitates. Everybody sits back if the future result isn't clear. If the future is not bright, everybody sits back. Understand? If the future isn't clear. Understand? And you ask yourself, what would you do for an extraordinary promise like that? They answer the most unbelievable things. What would we do for an extraordinary promise? For an extraordinary life, those life we are dreaming of, those life you see them putting out there, what will you do to achieve those things? The answer is the most unbelievable things. And the most unbelievable things could be just getting yourself a good mentor, taking some extra classes, you understand, like doing an extra thing, going an extra miles for that thing that you wanted. might be in times of service, it might be in times of cash. But provided you did something more, you understand, something extra, putting yourself through the work to get to that life that you wanted. You understand? I know, like in our field, everything here is expensive. Any little mistake costs you. You pay for every single mistake out here in trading. And the painful thing is that it's not even in naira, in dollars. Any small mistake, don't lose money, don't lose dollar. So what we do to find extraordinary promise, answer the most unbelievable things. So you should understand the importance of price and promise. You understand? And the next one is what, how you feel about each other, attitude about society, your environment. If you're in school, your community, your religion, your nation, your country. You understand how you feel. You understand about them. And it's important to have a unique understanding of, lives around you, what constitutes a good living. It's important to have a unique understanding of things around you, what makes up a good living. It's important, you understand? Because one thing is certain, you can't succeed by yourself. You can't. You understand? Let's say, for example, most of us in the trading space will be like, yes, I'm self-taught. No, you are not self-taught. You are not. The YouTube you watch that you learned from, someone created the video. The app itself, someone created it. You understand? Someone taught you how to read. Someone taught you how to work. Someone taught you how to write. Basically, everything you do in life, directly or indirectly, someone taught you. So you can't succeed by yourself. You need everything around you, even those you tend not to notice, or you seem like you turn blind eyes on them. You use basically everything and everybody around you, directly or indirectly. And the unique refined appreciation of the all of us, it's what makes the eye of us do much more better. That unique refined appreciation of the society, community, is what makes the eye of us do much better. Because only you alone can make up this market that will trade. Only you alone, you can make up this market that will trade. Because you need someone to buy for you to sell. You need someone to sell for you to buy. You need someone stop loss for your TP. You need someone money for you to make money. Do you understand? Just like most of our successful traders, some of them didn't do it with their money. Someone actually funded them. You understand? So you basically need someone. You need people. You understand? You need people. Believe me or not. So you can't succeed by yourself. So that unique refined appreciation of that all of us, of the people around you, you understand, is what makes you do much better. Because you understand the value of people around you and you appreciate them. That makes you do much better. And the next one on my list is what, how you feel about yourself. How you feel about yourself. How do you feel about yourself? It's important how people see you, but what is the most important is what, when you look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see a loser? Do you see a failure? Or you see someone trying his possible best to make something good out of himself? So it's important how you see yourself. When you look in the mirror, what you see. So understanding self-worth is the beginning of progress. Understanding self-worth is the beginning of progress. You understand? Understanding how valuable you are. How valuable are you? Are you valuable enough to work in the things that are still not functioning in your life? If you're operating at 20%, what could you possibly do with the remaining 80%? You ask yourself, do I have that in knowledge, in skills, in interaction, in anything, to work in that 80% of my life that I still not functioning, can I put that into work? You understand? How you feel about yourself? You understand? Because one of the major things you can do for yourself is by personal development. You understand? You know that saying that says you work harder on your job, you earn a living, but if you work harder on yourself, you earn a fortune. So one of the greatest way for you to appreciate yourself, you understand, to feel great about yourself, is by personal development. So go out there, work on yourself. You understand? Increase your value. You understand? And that is it for this one. So attitude diseases that could wreck all our chances of doing well. Life is quite negative. We talk about a positive, also talk about the negative. You understand? Talk about the positive, we talk about the negative. So attitude diseases that could crumble, understand, shatter all our chances of doing well in life. Number one on my list here, we have pessimism. You understand? We have pessimism, we have neglect, we have indecision, so many more. We have so many of them in, you understand? But we are not going to talk about them in this video. I'm trying to make this video educative and kind of comprehensible. You understand? So this is basically it for this one. And one more thing, I'm working on a project called the FAP projects, which means Funded Africa Projects. And what is Funded African Project? Funded African Project is a non-profitable organization that helps young African traders who are skilled to get funded. You understand? And in return, they give some percentage that they make from the funding to the organization to keep itself running, which means we bringing ourselves together, you understand, helping some skilled of us, because you can't succeed by yourself basically, you understand, to get funded. And when they get funded, they start making money, they give us, the organization, some percentage, so you understand, to keep the organization running, which means funding more people, you understand, just like that we grow, you understand. If we're able to achieve this, you understand, fund like at least 10, 15, 30 people, and there's a ton of profit to the organization, we extend it to another 10 to 15 people, just like that, we elevate ourselves. Inside the 30, maybe 10 did well, you understand, that means you've taken 10 family out of the dungeon. So it's a program, I'm still working on it, you understand. So I would like you guys to tag our big, all these our big mentors. They are Jeffrey, they are Happy, Dax, we also, like any of them, you understand, to come and support this our project, you understand, because we really need them. I know they will say, hey, if you need money to to trade, you should go and work. But which work? There's basically no work in Nigeria. Not like there's no work, there's like low work in Nigeria. Even the one you see like in Abuja here says you get 50k, you still pay transport to go there, you still eat. At the end of the month, you find out you only have like 3k left in your pocket. So it's not worth it. And that's why I advise you, if you are not started trading, better go and learn an online skill, trading or anything, you understand. And if you are still trading and taking it for granted, you don't know what you are in, you understand. So if you find any value in this video, do well to like, subscribe and comment, follow, share, or tag someone you may want them to see this video. So as for this project, we are going to talk about it maybe a little more separate, you understand, stating how it works and how we operate it. So thank you all for watching and happy new year once more. Let's us focus, concentrate to make the best out of ourselves GCBN 2026.